Good hustle, Representative McCormick. The House will come to order. Please join Representative McCormick in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Gregorio, please call the roll.
Representative Zamabile.
Hi.
Karen McCormick is going to chair.
Okay.
Bacon.
Do you have any flags?
Baisley. Benavidez. Representative Benavidez.
Here.
Burnett.
That's his chair.
All right, thanks.
Byrd. Bockenfeld. Representative Bockenfeld. Bradfield. Caraveo. Carver. Catlin. Cutter. Doherty. Duran. Representative Duran. Escar. Exum. Froelich. Geithner. Gonzalez Gutierrez. Gray. Hanks. Herod. Holtorf. Representative Holtorf. Representative Holtorf is excused. Hooton. Representative Hooton. Jackson.
Here.
Judah. Kennedy. Kipp. Larson. Montine. Luck. Lynch. McCluskey. McCormick. McKean. McLaughlin.
Good morning.
Michael Sinjane. Mullica. Representative Mullica. Representative Mullica is excused. Neville.
Here.
Ortiz. Pelton. Pico. Ransom. Rich. Ricks.
Here.
Roberts. Sandridge.
Here.
Sirota. Snyder. Soper.
Here.
Sullivan. Tipper. Tatone. Valdez A. Valdez D. Van Bever. Van Winkle. Weissman. Williams.
Here.
Woodrow. Woog. Young. And Mr. Speaker.
With 63 present, in one vacancy, we have a quorum. Representative McCormick.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Journal of Monday, April 19th, 2021 be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Representative McCormick. Members, you have heard the motion that the journal be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk. All those in favor say aye. That was the prettiest one. All those opposed, no. You guys are getting better at doing it in unison together. However, the ayes still have it and the motion is adopted. Announcements and introductions. Representative Michelson Janae.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Public and Behavioral Health and Human Services Committee, please pay attention because I'm changing around the calendar just for fun and, So today we will be meeting at 1:30 p.m. in room 112. We will be hearing in this order: Senate Bill 21-195, Senate Bill 21-128, Senate Bill 21-167, House Bill 21-1258, and Senate Bill 2138. See you at 1:30.
Representative Exum.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members of the Transportation and House Local Government Committee, we are here this afternoon to hear one bill, House Bill 1252, by our own Representative Ransom. Be there.
Thank you, Representative.
LSBA.
Thank you, Representative Exum. Representative Wantine.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Members, Health and Insurance will be meeting this morning upon adjournment. Hopefully this morning. I know we're a little behind as we started later today. We have one bill on the calendar. It's Senate Bill 139. Look forward to seeing you all there. Thanks.
Representative Weissman.
Thank you and good morning, Mr. Speaker. Members, this is a Judiciary Committee announcement. We will meet in 271, aka Old State Library, today, not the usual room. We have the following on our agenda. We will first have a briefing from the Sentencing Reform Task Force of CCJJ. We will then hear House Bill 1214, then Senate Bill 30, then Senate Bill 192. One other announcement is that 1251 is off the calendar for tomorrow. That will be rescheduled. Today's printed calendar reflects that. I just wanted to call attention to it. So we're down to having one bill tomorrow. I also wanted to just flag for all members, judiciary and otherwise, the first thing on our agenda today. I got the big room specifically so there'd be more room for this. The Sentencing Reform Task Force is a subgroup of CCJJ, the Commission on Criminal and Juvenile Justice, that's been meeting since last fall to propose some fundamental overhauls to and streamlining of our misdemeanor and petty offense sentencing, and we expect that there will be legislation in a couple more weeks later this year. We'll have an hour presentation and Q&A from the co-chairs of that task force, and I would invite any members who are interested in the work to join us over there in 271. That'll be between 1:30 and 2:30, and then we'll pick up with the rest of our agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Weissman. Representative Neville. Members, please direct your attention to the announcement from Representative Neville.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, just trying to remember the 22nd anniversary of the Columbine High School tragedy, and it's interesting. Each year we do this, and each year I've got a little different way to reflect, but this year I was just thinking back of all the kids that we lost, and even Dave Sanders when we lost him, and all the nice things that they did, whether it was Dave Sanders opening the computer lab early for a struggling student like me, or playing ball with Matt Kechter and Stephen Kerno, and all the wonderful things that they did and kind things that they did in my life. And so rather than this year, we normally ask for a moment of silence, and maybe this is Stephanie Luck kind of rubbing off on me, but I wanted to encourage everyone to do 13 acts of kindness if you can today. One of the things I truly remember about the Columbine High School is, like any large high school, we had our cliques and everything, but after that, we really did come together as a community, and we were all kind and nice to each other, put our differences aside. And if you can today, just please, maybe it's praying for someone you don't normally pray for, maybe it's holding open a door, something simple, but if you can, I would encourage you to just be kind to one another and try to do at least 13 acts of kindness. If you can do more, extra credit, but if you all could do that for me in remembrance of this day and the people that we lost, I would be personally thankful. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative Neville. Further announcements and introductions. Seeing none, the next order of business is
Well, I'm going to give one anyway. Mr. Speaker. This is my fine.
Oh,
Not being here.
$5, Representative Holtorf. Thanks very much. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're going to... Hold on. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to proceed out of order for immediate consideration of going beyond the scope.
Okay, so we're going to the conference committee report, right? So we'll go, Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of Senate Bill 205.
Senate Bill 205 by Senator Moreno, also Representative McCluskey, concerning the provision for payment of the expenses of the executive, legislative, and judicial departments of the state of Colorado and its agencies and institutions for and during the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2021, except as otherwise noted.
Representative McCluskey.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the Conference Committee on Senate Bill 205 be granted permission to go beyond the scope of the differences between the House and the Senate.
Thank you, Representative McCluskey. The question before us is that the Conference Committee on Senate Bill 205, which has always been customary, be granted permission to go beyond the scope of the differences between the House and the Senate. Seeing no discussion, is there objection to a voice vote? Seeing no objection to a voice vote, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it and permission is granted. Okay, that brings us back to third reading of bills. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to lay over third reading of bills until tomorrow, April 21st.
Seeing no objection, the third reading of bills will be laid over till Wednesday, April 21st. That brings us to general order, second reading of bills. Representative McCormick. Thank you, Representative McCormick. You have heard the motion. Seeing no objection, Representative McCormick will take the chair.
No, wait. Why not?
Turn your microphone.
It is on.
Have to gavel.
Guess it'd be smart.
The committee will come to order. With your unanimous consent, the bills will be read by title unless there is a request for reading a bill at length. Committee reports are printed and in your bill folders. Floor amendments will be shown on the screen and on your iPads. Bills will be laid over upon motion of the majority leader, and the coat rule is relaxed.
And you could take your mask off, Bill.
Then what?
Now, okay. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so now Mr. Gregorio, read the title of Senate.
Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of Senate Bill 21-153.
Senate Bill 153 by Senators Coleman and Cook, also Representatives Ortiz and Tipper, concerning a program to assist offenders with acquiring state-issued identification.
Representative Tipper.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move Senate Bill 153, and there is no committee report.
To the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Representative
Members,
Ortiz.
Senate Bill 21-153, simply put, what this does is it codifies and expands a program within existing resources. One of the biggest things that we're doing to try and combat recidivism and to save the state money and to repair lives is make sure that we're preparing those that have paid their debt with the tools necessary to make sure that they aren't returning back into the system. This is around a state-issued ID or driver's license program. That's the bottom line, is that it's codifying and expanding a program that already exists without additional resources. It's a great bill, combats recidivism, vote yes.
Is there any further discussion on Senate Bill 153? Seeing none, all those in favor of Senate... the question before us is the passage of Senate Bill 153. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senate Bill 153 passes. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of House Bill 1219.
House Bill 1219 by Representatives Escar and Mullica, concerning a special license plate to recognize nurses in Colorado.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move House Bill 1219 and the Appropriations Committee report.
To the committee report.
We appropriated some funds. Ask for aye vote.
The question before us is there any discussion? The question before us is the adoption of the Appropriations Committee report. All those in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? No?
No!
The committee report passes. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I heard that, Representative Neville. So, members, House Bill 1219 is a bill that literally came to both Rep. Mullica and I in the height of the pandemic when we were all home dealing with coronavirus. We know how hard our nurses work every single day here in Colorado, but I think their work was even exemplified more during the pandemic when many of them were taking care of folks who were so incredibly sick every single day. I don't need to talk about the job nurses do because I'm standing right next to one. Representative Mullica, I would love to have you talk a little bit more about why we thought it was so important to make sure that nurses were recognized for the work that they do every single day as frontline workers.
Representative Mullica.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Representative Escar, for that. And members, I've been on the front lines during this pandemic and was a nurse before this pandemic hit, and I think we all recognize how important nurses are to our healthcare system and to the care that we receive when we're sick and when we're in the most difficult time of our lives often. And this is a small way of making sure that they're recognized for the work that they do. It's a way that we make sure that we keep bringing qualified people into the profession and making sure that, that we're doing all that we can to really say thank you. It's been a really tough year. Like Representative Escar said, she's married to a nurse, and so she knows firsthand to live through what we've lived through this year. I think that this is a good thing, that we should be doing all that we can to say thank you. And for that reason, I ask for a yes vote. In addition to that, Madam Chair, we do have some amendments that we would like to offer to make sure that we're doing everything we can to make this bill the best we can. And so with that, I'm going to offer Amendment L001 and ask that it
Be displayed.
ask that it properly be displayed.
I was finishing your sentences.
What?
I was just finishing your sentences.
sorry.
You know. Don't be silly.
That's a team.
The amendment is properly before us. Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Amendment L001 comes from the Department of Revenue, making sure that we have everything in order when it comes to signatures being required. There were signatures that were actually gathered by another individual here in Colorado going to a different organization that wasn't really nurse-centered, and so we worked with that individual, worked with the Department of Revenue to have those signatures go to the Nurses Foundation to make sure that, that any funds that is generating from this license plate go to benefit nurses and the work that they're doing. And so this just kind of tightens all that up and makes sure that that can happen. And I ask for a yes vote.
Is there any further discussion on Amendment L001? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of Amendment L001 to the committee report. All those, nope, to the bill, sorry. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed, no.
No.
The ayes have it. The amendment passes. Representative Mulca to
Thank
the
you.
bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to offer Amendment L002 and ask that it be properly displayed.
Okay.
The amendment is properly before us. Please proceed, Representative Mulca.
Thank you, Madam Chair. What this amendment does, so Jennifer Thomas, who worked to get some of those signatures, we worked with her to make sure that some of these funds were going to the organizations that she intended, or the way to be used in the way that she intended. And one of those ways was to make sure that there was funds for scholarships for nurses from a minority population. So our black and brown nurses, making sure that we are doing everything we can to bring them into the profession and to make sure that they have resources to come in. This is what this amendment does, is it ensures and directs the Colorado Nurses Foundation to make sure that, that a portion of those funds goes to that cause. And so I would ask for a yes vote.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You know, I think it's been important to both Rep. Mulca and I the entire time that any funds that were coming in because of this license plate would be distributed back into the nursing profession in some way. And when we had the conversation with the incredible woman who also was working on a separate type of license plate, the conversations we had, we couldn't agree with her more wholeheartedly than to really make sure that part of those funds should absolutely be making sure we're building up a pipeline of folks to go into this industry, and especially people of color who are getting into the nursing industry. We want to be able to support them, so we absolutely agreed with this and agreed to run this amendment.
Is there any further, yes, Representative Herod.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You are doing great up there. It's an honor to serve with you.
It's an honor to serve with you, too.
Thank you. And I just want to thank the bill sponsors for bringing forward this amendment. My mom is a nurse practitioner, and we know firsthand how hard it is to have nurses of color in the industry, but also how more nurses of color actually help our decrease our disparities, our health disparities in the state, including our maternal mortality and infant mortality rates. So I thank the sponsors, I thank the stakeholders for working on this, and wholeheartedly support this amendment.
Is there any further discussion on Amendment L002? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of Amendment L002. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The amendment is passed. To the bill. Representative Mulca.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Like we said, I think this is a great way to honor nurses for the work they've been doing. I would ask for a yes vote.
Is there any further discussion on the bill? The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1219 as amended. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no.
No.
The ayes have it. House Bill 1219 passes as amended. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of Senate Bill 133.
Senate Bill 133 by Senator Quorum, also Representatives Catlin and Will, concerning the alcohol beverages donated for the purpose of a special event held at a club licensed to sell alcohol beverages by the Drink to Club members for consumption on the club premises.
Representative Catlin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's an honor to serve with you.
It's an honor to serve with you, sir.
I want to move the committee report. Oh,
To the committee, Representative Will.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and it is an honor to serve with you.
It's an honor to serve with you as well.
I'd like to move Senate Bill 133 and the committee report.
To the committee report. Representative Catlin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sorry to get out of order. We're so excited, Representative Will and I down here, we're going to fix things in the state of Colorado. The committee, in the committee, we added an amendment that straightened things out as far as people understanding what this bill is supposed to do, changed some words in the title. I ask for a yes vote on the committee report.
No. Is there any further discussion on the committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The committee report passes.
Tell your story.
To the bill. Representative Will.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is a good bill. It helps out our little fraternal orders of like the Elks and the Moose and all those of our organizations. It keeps them having to separate special event permit alcohol from the regular club alcohol. They have to maintain a Closet A, a Closet B, and this bill just fixes all that for them and gets them in compliance and gets rid of red tape in government.
Representative Catlin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, this is an opportunity for us to help those that have been helping other people. They've had a tough COVID, and now that we're starting to have committee, or we're starting to be able to have social events again, this will help some of those fraternal organizations and the individuals that serve them, along with the communities that they serve. This is a good bill. Vote yes.
Is there any further discussion on Senate Bill 133? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 133. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The bill, Senate Bill 133 passes. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of House Bill 1059.
House Bill 1059 by Representatives Geithner and Bradfield, also Senator Lundin, concerning protections for students who participate in online instruction.
Representative Geithner.
Thank you. I move the committee report and House Bill 1059.
To the committee report.
Thank you. And so, members, we had a long conversation in Education Committee around 1059. We did move, I think, 5 amendments to the bill. Those 5 amendments helped bring the bill in compliance as we looked at FERPA and as we looked at other issues as well. And with that, members, I ask for your yes vote on the committee report to 1059.
Any further discussion on the committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The committee report passes. To the bill. Representative Geithner.
Thank you. And so, members, before us we have 1059. This is actually a project that started for Representative Bradfield and I think sometime in August or July of last year. The committee heard some pretty remarkable testimony, and then we worked through several amendments. I think that the biggest thing here that 1059 actually does is it helps to work and create an understanding of an e-learning environment where you have students in the classroom, but that classroom is also their home. And I think that level of clarity that this bill brings for our K through 7th, 8th graders specifically is probably of most importance. And so that's what 1059 does. And so, members, I do ask for a yes vote on 1059.
Representative Bradfield.
I as well ask for a yes vote on House Bill 1059.
Is there yes, Representative Exum.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to thank the sponsors for their incredible work on this bill. They worked very, very hard. They were open to suggestions, and they took a bill that had some questions to be a better bill, and I thank them for that and ask for your support. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1059? Representative Geithner.
And thank you, Madam Chair, and to my colleague from Colorado Springs, I appreciate that, Representative Exum. It's important to note that this bill eventually did come out of committee with unanimous support. We were able to work through with the stakeholders and addressing the objections that they had, and the committee saw that. And so this was a good effort by the entire committee, and I just wanted to pass that on to the committee.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1059? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1059. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no.
Cool.
House Bill 1059 passes. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of Senate Bill 179.
Senate Bill 179 by Senators Zenzinger and Kirkmeyer, also Representatives Kipp and Lynch, concerning the composition of the Colorado Opportunity Scholarship Initiative Advisory Board.
Representative Kipp.
Hi, everybody. I move Bill SB 21179.
To the bill.
Thank you. So this is the Colorado Opportunity Scholarship Initiative Advisory Board. So the Colorado Opportunity Scholarship Initiative is a really successful public-private partnership that helps our neediest students get to college and then get through college. They have like a 96% success rate. They also have an advisory board that oversees them, and all we're doing is changing the composition of the advisory board, which I will let my co-prime discuss. And thank you, Representative Lynch, for joining me on this bill.
Thank you.
Representative Lynch.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Basically, what this does is it realigns this board to actually have more input from the education side of the House. It was basically workforce heavy before, so this changes a couple of aspects of that. The neat thing about this is it also allows for two students or people that have benefited from the program to actually be part of this board as well. It's a good bill. Vote yes.
Is there any further discussion on Senate Bill 179? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 179. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no.
Good job.
The ayes have it. Senate Bill 179 passes. Madam Assistant Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the committee rise and report.
You've heard the motion. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the committee will rise and report.
The committee will come back to order. Mr. Gregorio, please read the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Mr. Speaker, the Committee of the Whole begs leave to report it is under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendations thereon. House Bill 1059 is amended. House Bill 1219 is amended, passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Senate Bill 133 is amended. Senate Bill 153, Senate Bill 179 passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage.
Representative McCormick. Thank you, Representative McCormick. You have heard the motion. There are no amendments at the desk. The question before us is the adoption of the report of the Committee of the Whole. Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Williams votes no. Representative Benavides, how do you vote?
Yes.
Madam Speaker Pro Tem votes yes. Representative Neville, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Neville votes no. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Soper votes no. Representative Sandridge, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Sandridge votes no. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Representative Snyder is excused with a $7.50 fine. Please close the machine. With 42 aye votes, 22 no votes, 1 excused, and 1 vacancy, the report of the Committee of the Whole is adopted. Majority Leader Eskar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to lay over House Joint Resolution 1006 until tomorrow, April 21st.
Seeing no objection, House Joint Resolution 1006 will be laid over 1 day. That brings us to consideration of Senate amendments to House bills. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of the House Bill 1018.
House Bill 1018 by Representatives Burnett and Van Bever, also Senator Jaquez Lewis, concerning allowing adoptive parents who are parties to adoption assistance agreements to pay for medical services that would otherwise be reimbursable under the medical assistance program.
Representative Burnett and Representative Van Bever.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the House concur with Senate amendments on House Bill 1018. This is a technical amendment to be consistent with federal law. The HCPOF shall seek any federal authorization under the Medical Assistance Program.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is to concur with Senate amendments to House Bill 1018. Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Those participating remotely, Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Madam Speaker Pro Tem, how do you vote?
Yes.
Madam Speaker Pro Tem votes yes. Representative Neville, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Neville votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Soper votes yes. Representative Sandridge, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Sandridge votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Representative Byrd and Mollica. Representative Mollica. Representative Mollica. We're going to show mercy. We're going to show mercy. Please pay attention, Representative Mollica. We are on concurring to Senate amendments to House bills. Please close the machine. With 63 aye votes, no votes, 1 excuse, and 1 vacancy, the House is concurring with Senate amendments to House Bill 1018. Majority Leader Eskar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the repassage of House Bill 1018 as amended.
You've heard the motion. Is there any further discussion? The question before us is the repassage of House Bill 1018 as amended. Seeing none, Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Madam Speaker Pro Tem, how do you vote?
Yes.
Madam Speaker Pro Tem votes yes. Representative Neville, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Neville votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote? We didn't hear you that time, Representative Soper.
Yes.
Representative Soper votes yes. Representative Sandridge, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Sandridge votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Representative Bradfield and Hooton. Please close the machine. 64 aye votes, no votes, 0 excused, and 1 vacant. House Bill 1018 is repassed as amended. Co-sponsors. Representative Ricks, co-sponsor. Please, Representative Williams, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of the House Bill 1048.
House Bill 1048 by Representative Valdez, also Senator Rodriguez, concerning a requirement that retail establishments accept United States currency for purchases.
Representative A. Valdez.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the House concur with Senate amendments to 1048.
Do you want to explain?
Yeah. We essentially added some language that said that if there is a machine on premise that takes cash and issues a card, that would be exempted. And that's all that was done.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is to concur with Senate amendments to House Bill 1048. Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Madam Speaker Pro Tem, how do you vote?
Yes.
Madam Speaker Pro Tem votes yes. Representative Neville, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Neville votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Soper votes yes. Representative Sandridge, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Sandridge votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Representative Lontine. Please close the machine. With 58 aye votes, 6 no votes, 0 excuse, and 1 vacancy, the House concurs with Senate amendments to House Bill 1048. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I moved for the repassage of House Bill 1048 as amended.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the repassage of House Bill 1048 as amended. Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Williams votes no. Madam Speaker Pro Tem, how do you vote?
Yes.
Madam Speaker Pro Tem votes yes. Representative Neville, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Neville votes no. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Soper votes no. Representative Sandridge, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Sandridge votes no. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Please close the machine. With 45 aye votes, 19 no votes, 0 excuse, and 1 vacancy, House Bill 1048 is repassed as amended. Co-sponsors. Representative Ricks, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title of the House Bill 1190.
House Bill 1190 by Representatives Rich and Escar, also Senators Kirkmeyer and Field, concerning the definition of telemedicine for the purposes of the Colorado Medical Practice Act.
Representative Rich.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to concur with the Senate amendments.
Any further discussion? Representative Rich.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is just some technical changes, changing the word HIPAA compliant to technologies that are used in the manner that is compliant with the Federal Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. I ask for an aye vote.
The Senate really does some meaningful work, don't they? Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is to concur with Senate amendments to House Bill 1190. Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Madam Speaker Pro Tem, how do you vote?
Yes.
Madam Speaker Pro Tem votes yes. Representative Neville, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Neville votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Soper votes yes. Representative Sandridge, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Sandridge votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Please close the machine. With 64 aye votes, no votes, 0 excuse, and 1 vacancy, the House has concurred with Senate amendments to House Bill 1190. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think you give the Senate far too much credit, but with that, I ask that I move for the repassage of House Bill 1190 as amended.
The question before us is the repassage of House Bill 1190 as amended. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Gregorio, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Jackson, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Jackson votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Madam Speaker Pro Tem, how do you vote?
Yes.
Madam Speaker Pro Tem votes yes. Representative Neville, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Neville votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Soper votes yes. Representative Sandridge, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Sandridge votes yes. Representative McLaughlin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative McLaughlin votes yes. Representative Catlin. Please close the machine. With 64 aye votes, no votes, 0 excuse, and 1 vacancy, House Bill 1190 is repassed as amended. Co-sponsors. Representative McLaughlin, Soper, Ricks, Jackson, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Gregorio, please read the title to House Bill. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to lay over House Bill 1115 until tomorrow, Wednesday, April 21st.
Seeing no objection, House Bill 1115 will be laid over 1 day till Wednesday, April 21st. Majority Leader Escar. Is that it? I guess we've laid over everything. Okay, that brings us to announcements and introductions. I have one. Representative Alex Valdez will fill the vacancy on Transportation and Local Government Committee for today only. Representative Tipper.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I think we all received smoke detectors on our desk. If you don't foresee using them or needing them, please consider giving them to me, and I will take them to Restores, which is an entity that sells new and gently used products to raise money for Habitat for Humanity.
Thank you, Representative Tipper. Okay, seeing no other announcements or introductions, let's do a little work. Reports of committees of reference.
Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, and Water. After consideration of the merits, the committee recommends following. House Bill 1260 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations. Committee on Finance. After consideration of the merits, the committee recommends following. House Bill 1168 be amended as follows and be so amended and be referred to the Committee of the Whole. Favorable recommendation. Committee on Ag, Livestock, and Water. After consideration of the merits, the committee recommends following. House Bill 1261 be referred favorably to the Committee on Finance. House Bill 1262 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations. Committee on Finance. After consideration of the merits, the committee recommends following. House Bill 1141 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations. House Bill 1246 be postponed indefinitely. Senate Bill 92 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations.
Printing report.
The chief
Printing
clerk
report will be
reports.
printed in the journal. Signing of bills, resolutions, and memorials. The
speaker has
Signing
signed.
of bills, resolutions, and memorials will be printed in the journal. Message from the Senate.
Mr.
Message
Speaker.
from the Senate will be buried in the journal. Message from the reviser.
We herewith
Message from the
transmit.
reviser will be printed in the journal. Message from the governor.
Honorable members of
Message
the
from the governor will be printed in the journal. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the House stand in recess until later today.
Seeing no objection, the House will stay in recess till later today.